Chemical effects of electric current. We will be taking question and answer on this. First is fill in the blanks. Most liquids that conduct electricity are solution of acid, bases and salts. The passage of an electric current through a solution causes chemical effects. If you pass current through copper sulfate solution, that is CuSO4, copper gets deposited on the plate connected to the dash terminal of the battery, that is the negative terminal of the battery. The process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity, this is known as electroplating. When the free ends of tester are dipped into a solution, the magnetic needle shows deflection. Can you explain the reason? This is only possible when there is some sort of electric current. So the deflection of magnetic needle, this indicates there is electric current, right, flowing through the wire. That means the liquid or the solution where the tester has been dipped is a good conductor of electricity. So when the free ends of a tester are dipped into a solution, electric current flows because the electric circuit is completed, and then electric current passes through the solution. We have to name three liquids which, when tested in this manner, may cause the magnetic needle to deflect. We can have a groundwater, vinegar, citric fruit juice. Why? Because all these liquid solution, they contain salts, that is basic or acidic, that will conduct electricity. The bulb does not glow in the setup here. List the possible reason, explain your answer. There can be various reasons. The first and foremost reason is liquid solution in container is distilled water. That means it is not able to conduct electricity. The bulb may be fused. The battery has already been exhausted, so this has no sufficient charges, that is electric current, required for the bulb to glow. And there may be any loose connections also, like air gaps, like electrodes are not properly connected to the wire. A tester is used to check the conduction of electricity through two liquids labeled A and B. It is found that the bulb of the tester glows brightly for liquid A, while it glows very dimly for liquid B. You would conclude that, see, this liquid A is glowing the bulb more than liquid B. That means the liquid A is a better conductor than liquid B. Next is, does pure water conduct electricity? If not, what can we do to make it conducting? Pure or distilled water does not contain salt. So because of this, they are poor conductor of electricity. So we have to add certain impurities, like you can add salt, you can add lemon juice, vinegar, to make it conducting. So in case of a fire, before the fireman uses the water hoses, they shut off the main electrical supply for the area. Explain why they do this. They do this to avoid any kind of shock. So the water usually contains salts, and that is why sometimes it's a very good conductor of electricity. It's not in pure form. So to save themselves and others from electric shock and to avoid any short circuit, firemen shut off the main electrical supply for the area. A child staying in coastal region tests the drinking water and also the seawater with his tester. He finds that the compass needle deflects more in the case of seawater. Can you explain the reason? This is because the seawater contains more salts. So drinking water is chemically treated for us so that it is, we can drink it and purify it by removing various impurities and salt from it. While the seawater contains a lot of mineral salts, seawater produces more iron. That is this, let me tell you, this is ions actually. So ions, these are positive ions, negative ions, but the ions which are important is the negative ions. So the more electrical charges as compared to drinking water, and the child sees more deflection in magnetic needle in case of seawater just because it is a good conductor of electricity. Is it safe for the electrician to carry out electrical repairs outdoors during heavy downpour? Explain. The answer is no. It's very risky and unsafe to carry out any electrical repairs outdoors during heavy downpour. Why? Because water, when impure, is good conductor of electricity, and there are chances of getting any electric shock. Paheli had heard that rainwater is as good as distilled water. So she collected some rainwater in a clean glass tumbler and tested it using a tester. To her surprise, she found that the compass needle shows deflection. What could be the reason? The answer is the water is of course very pure in the form, but in the air there are a lot of impurities. So air in our surroundings, they contain gases, suspended dust particles and pollutants. So these particles, they get dissolved in rainwater and make it good conducting medium for the electricity. Prepare a list of objects around you that are electroplated. So you can answer like this: cold drinks cans are tin plated, artificial jewelry items are silver or gold plated, car bumpers, cycle handles, they are chromium plated, metal doors, door handles are zinc plated. The process that we saw is used for purification of copper. A thin plate of pure copper and a thick rod of impure copper are used as electrodes. Now, copper from impure rod is sought to be transferred to the thin copper plate. Which electrode should be attached to the positive terminal of battery and why? The answer would be impure copper plate should be connected to the positive terminal. Why? Pure copper plate should be connected to negative terminal of electrode, because the copper ions are positively charged. So Cu is positively charged, and this will attract always the negative electrode terminal. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.